Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to do a Christmas project. And Sweet Pea Papers is doing Crafty Christmas in July 24. So we're following that challenge. And I think I've only done one Christmas video so far. So I have to get with it. Get some more put out. But for today, we're going to make an over-the-page Christmas journal card. So we'll see how that turns out. I think this paper is just so pretty. So I'm going to start out with a piece of lighter weight cardstock. Now you can make this to whatever size that you want or that you would need for your journal or whatever you're using it in. Let me see, this is 11 inches long and it is 4 inches wide, and then I folded the top down about 3 3/4, and that's what's going to go over the page. So we're going to have it'll be like this because it'll go over the page like this. So this is going to be the front of it. This will be the inside, and this will be the part that you see on the other page. So we're going to go ahead and decorate the front of it first. Now, yeah, that's what wait a minute now. I have to think about this a second. Okay, I had it the right way. When I was messing with it, I just had it the wrong way. So, this is the front of our card. This is what you're going to see on your journal paper. Or your journal page. So it's going to be like this. Isn't it pretty? Now all I'm going to do is glue a little tiny bit up here because I want this to flip up, and you can journal under here, and you can turn it around and journal on here, so it's like a hidden journal space. So that's what we're going to do. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully good. And I cut this down so there's a little border around the outside. I just always like to have a little border. Okay. And then probably to gussy this up a little bit, we'll have put a few little gems on it. I think I have a little something right there that needs to be trimmed. Probably cutting all of my inking off. Okay, so now as I was saying, you would just flip this up, and you can, when you flip it up, you can crease it if you need to. I don't want to flip it too high because my glue is still wet. And then you can turn it around and you can journal this way, or while you have it flipped up, you can just journal that way and journal right on down. It's however you decide you would like to do it. Now we're going to turn it over. And this is the flap that you're going to see on the other page. And I just cut this to put on here. I thought that was just so pretty. My idea was that this paper is just pretty all by itself, and I really didn't want to cover any of it up. And we're just going to flip this up, and this is not going to be a long video. I'm going to put a pocket down here. We're going to have a little notepad, but underneath the notepad you'll have all of this space to be able to journal on. I'm only going to do my three sides, and I didn't cut a thumb notch into it. I didn't figure it needed a thumb notch because I inked it, so. Now you could put lace or something across there if you wanted to. And then our paper will fit down in here. So that'll be our little notepad. And these are different size pieces. They're just like cut-offs. So now from the paper I cut out this. The Christmas tree was on the side of the page, so it works well for there. So I just want to put that on there. That'll just decorate this part of it a little tiny bit. And I think that's cute. And then the same with the holly and the pine cone. Just going to put that off to the side here, and then you have all the rest of this to journal on. And I just cut these two pieces out of scraps that was left over. So it's a good way to use up your scraps. Then this little piece right here was also a cut off of the paper, and I actually think it went up and down, but there's such a little amount to it that I'm just going to lay it like that, just to kind of decorate the top flap. Use up some more of that scrap instead of throwing it away. And I just rounded them corners a little bit. I rounded the corners, the outside corners on my journal card. And that just gives that a little something. Then I had some, it's really thin gingham seam binding, and I thought it was really cute, so I thought I would just glue some on here and put Let It Snow on there. That would be the decoration for that. And why I chose this was because I made an altered paper clip to hold the journal card to the page, so I just made a bow on top of it. This was left over out of the paper. It was just the bottom part of the Christmas tree, so I figured I would just incorporate that in there also, and that would be good. So I just made a banner shape out of it. Just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on it. It was the only color blue out of my ribbons in that I had that halfway went with the color of the background. And I just think it's pretty. I like gingham. And then I just thought I would offset it a little bit. I have a lot of ideas I want to do for Christmas in July. Guess my mind has just been on other things. So that'll be down like that. And when you lift it up, it says let it snow. Now on my notepad, this is also just a piece that was left over. So I just inked it, and all I'm going to do, I just stapled these together. I don't even know how many pieces there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I kind of inked the bottoms of them. So I'm just going to glue this down and just wrap it around to the back. I didn't have one long enough to go all the way around, and it would have been too narrow to put over the top. So that's how I'm going to do that. And then if you wanted the back of it covered, you could also just cover the staples with something else. Just going to try to line it up with the top. And that just makes the top of it look pretty. Like I say, you can also cover these up, and if it doesn't bother you, well, it doesn't bother me. Then we're just going to set that in there. So you have journaling space on your little pad of paper. You can take that out. You can journal on here. All kinds of journaling space there. Then when we stick it over our page, and I'll just use this, we can just use our paper clip, put that right down on there, and that'll hold that right on, and I think that looks cute. Now if you have a smaller journal, you can make this smaller, you can make it narrower, you can make it shorter, but then you can just journal. All right, now let me just grab some gems, and we'll just put a couple of gems here and there just to highlight it up a little bit. I think that'll be cute. Okay, let's see what we can do with these. Now my thoughts was like they're just maybe a little tiny blue one. Of course, I didn't bring my little scissors in. Well, I'll cut 2 off because I want 2. You don't want to put too many on because then it might just, you know, be too thick for the journal or your scrapbook. If anybody makes little Christmas books, this would be cute in there. I thought one there, one there. This is kind of like a bluish gray. I just think it's pretty. I'm going to put a red gem there. I wonder, maybe I should put the little ones like this instead of the bigger ones. Okay, so I think we'll try these little smaller ones because them look cute. I like them. I could even do that on here. I could put a couple red ones and a blue one, and I grabbed my little tiny scissors. I don't know where I put my regular ones. Of course, when they're your favorite, you know, then you misplace them. Or at least anyways I do. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and do the paper clip while it's laying here. And I can move that aside. Alright, so that gives that a little glitz. Okay, so I want to put one here on the bow. Maybe I better clean my tip off. I really like Fabri-Tac, but boy, it makes my fingers gluey. And I could use a pair of tweezers like everybody else does, but you know, kind of wondered about putting a clear one on. I don't have any small clear ones, so maybe I'll just put a blue one on there. Now, a couple red ones up there, and then that's probably all we need on the front one. I just like to highlight stuff. Now it looks like it has eyes, and I think I want to put a blue one right there on that star, and then I'll try to stop. I think that would look pretty funky if he had a gold eye. We just have to put something on the deer. There. Now that's nice and glitzy. I could just keep going on and on and on, but I better not. So let's see, I'm going to put a gold one there, even though that's not gold. Really isn't anything on here that's green. Well, these leaves are somewhat green, but I think the gold looks good on there. I got quite a bit of glue on that. And I'll put just on this snowflake one little tiny gem. And then up there on that, I'll just put one red, and that's all for that flap. I have glue strings. Okay, so that just dresses up the flap. Now, sorry about that. Now let me see. I think I'm going to put a gold there. I don't think I'm going to put anything on this part because I want it to lay down relatively flat. Well, that's going to hold it up, but I don't think I need any on there. We'll see. Just a couple on the pockets. I don't want to get you bored watching me put gems on. Just dresses it up, I think. Adds something to it. Gives it personality, I guess. So we'll put one there and one there. I don't think we need anything else on there. What do you think? Probably all telling me no. I don't know actually what that is, but I'll put a couple blue on. Can't help myself. Okay, so we'll call this done. And then if I want any more on, I can go back and put them on. Okay, so what do you think of our over the page Christmas journal card? So it'll go on like this. Let me pick this up. Say this was your book or your journal. We'll go over the page. And you can just put that on and it's going to hold it right in place. And you can take it off. You can lift your paper. You can journal here, journal up there. Turn it over. You have a journaling pad. And this actually makes 12 pages. Using both sides. And some journaling space there. So, that's my Christmas project for today. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and I hope you come back to see me for my next video. And until then, happy crafting, everyone. Bye for now.